Hi, today I'm going to make some onion flax crisps, and they are delicious addition to any kind of dinner or a snack or anything. You can even just take a little avocado and spread it on top, and it is delicious. It adds those amazing omega-3s, which are anti-inflammatory for your system, and with the onions, it's a great way to get onions into kids' bodies because those are really good for you as well. I'm going to make some cheese first. We're going to just take some cashews and some just sauerkraut and a little bit of the juice of the sauerkraut. I'm going to throw in a little miso, white miso, garlic, umeboshi plum vinegar, and this is a little Rejuvelac. And all Rejuvelac is some sprouted wheat berries fermented in some drinking water. Leave it on the counter for a couple days, few days, and you get this kind of cloudy water, and you can smell it, and it's got some amazing probiotics in there, and it offers kind of a little bit of a stinky cheese smell, so it adds to the cheese flavor. So I'm going to throw some cashews in here. Now, my family makes a lot of this cheese and eats a lot of this cheese. I don't know if you want to make such a big batch, but let's see, this is 4 cups. I'm just going to add the whole thing. We'll just make a recipe right here. So we got 4 cups. 4 cups in there. I'm going to add some garlic. Now, one of the fun tricks if you're making food at home is like you really don't need to take off this paper part of the garlic if you're blending it. If you're blending it up in a high-speed blender, if you're blending it up in a high-speed blender, you really don't need to take this papery part off of the garlic. There's some nutrients in there as well, and if you have a Vitamix or high-speed blender, it will blend up. I'm going to add some Rejuvelac. You can also do this with just water. I'm going to add some sauerkraut juice because that also adds that fermented kind of cheesy flavor to your cheese. Now let's see, how much was that? This was about, I guess it was 2 cups. Because this is 32 ounces, so half of this would be 16 ounces. 16 ounces Rejuvelac or water, and then the sauerkraut juice, what was that? Probably about half a cup of sauerkraut juice. I'm going to drizzle in some umeboshi plum vinegar, and let's see, we'll do 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons, we'll do 3 tablespoons umeboshi plum vinegar, and I'm just going to add a little bit of this miso. Now, miso has a lot of probiotics in it as well, so it is just really good for your intestinal bacteria. So what is that? Like 2 teaspoons maybe? Maybe 1 tablespoon? You can also do this to taste. So if you feel like it needs a little more of anything, you can add it. And then we're going to go blend this until it's creamy. So it's super, super creamy. If you blend it until it's super, super creamy, And sometimes when you're making cheese, even if you let the blender get hot and that cheese, like the gooey ooiness of that cheese turns into just amazing cheesiness. So play with it, blend it till it's creamy. If you want to play with it a little bit more, leave the blender on. It's really annoying. It sounds like it's just zooming in the background, but if you let it get kind of hot in there, the cheese thickens up, and it also gets this ooey gooey cheesy flavor and texture, which is also really delicious. Gonna blend. I'm doing a mix of purple onions and the yellow onions. let's see, I have 4 purple ones and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 regular color. There we go. Here is our cheese. You can see it's getting kind of thick and goopy. A little bit hot, which turns into kind of goopy cheese. I could have added a little less water to this. Came out delicious. Absolutely delicious. Yum. Oh my gosh, these are going to be so good. Yum. That is delicious. Super yummy cheese. Let's write this recipe down. Yummy. Okay. So we have these beautiful onions, purple and white onions. We're going to chop them up really thin, slice them up really thin, and throw them in this bowl. And put some of that cheese on there, throw some flax seeds on there, and a little nutritional yeast, and mushroom powders for the health benefits of the mushroom powders. And throw them in the dehydrator and leave them in overnight around 115 degrees, and they will be delicious. This is a glove especially made for not chopping your fingers off. So, it's a little bit bigger than that. This is a mandolin. This is a mandolin. You can chop the onions by hand. You do not need one of these. I happen to have one. And I have a lot of onions, and so I'm deciding to use it. Makes it go a lot faster. Oops. Also got this little section with it. You stick it on there, you can get a lot closer. You can see just how thin these are. Put them in this bowl here. You can see just little thin pieces of onions. And they're going to turn into some delicious snacks. Totally 100% guilt-free snacks that also happen to promote health and well-being, and those omega-3s, they are anti-inflammatory. So this is one of those snacks that is actually helping you heal from the inside out. Those onions are getting spicy. Woo! I'm gonna start crying here. Woo. Can you see the tears? So I have these onions that are very thinly sliced. I have my cheese, which I just made, and it is delicious, super duper delicious. I am going to sprinkle or pour a bunch of that on there, and then rub it together. Yum. Okay, now we're just gonna coat this. We're gonna coat the onions with the cheese. And now you can throw this in the dehydrator just like this, and it's delicious. But if you want to get all those benefits, those health benefits of the flaxseed, then definitely put that flaxseed in there. It's a good, fun way to get flax into your diet. So there you go. We got coated onions, and I'm gonna throw some flax seeds on there. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drizzle a little bit. You can totally just put the flax on here like this, but if I put a little drizzle of maple syrup in there, my kids eat these up like there's no tomorrow. They love them. So it's just organic maple syrup. I'm gonna drizzle some of this on here. And that is totally optional. I'm doing that because my kids will eat these if I throw a little maple syrup in there. It is totally optional. You do not need to put that in there. But it makes them sweet and delicious, and like a sweet onion bread. Sweet onion crisps. And that feels really nicely coated. I'm gonna grind up some of this flax seeds and then sprinkle it on top and mix it all together. Okay, I'm gonna measure this just so we kind of have an idea about how much we're sticking in here. Make some more. These are just golden flax seeds, organic golden flax seeds. Okay, so we will put, let's see, this is like a cup, call that like a cup and a half. So a cup and a half of flax seeds on there. And I'll put some nutritional yeast in there. So that was 1.5 cups of flax seeds. This is a 1/4 cup. We'll do a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. Adds a nice cheesy flavor. And B12. I'm gonna add some mushroom powder. This is organic mushroom powder. This one has lion's mane, chaga, reishi, cordyceps, turkey tail, shiitake, and maitake all in one. And it is the fruiting body, organic mushroom fruiting bodies of all of those mushrooms. So I will add this in. I'm gonna go ahead, I'll add 1/8 of a cup of those mushroom powders, which add all those amazing healing benefits from all of those mushrooms. And then I am going to just sprinkle a little bit of this black seed. It's just the black cumin seed, organic black cumin seeds. And those are very, very good for you as well. And they add a little flavor. Then we'll just mix that all up. Kind of coat the outside. And I'm going to put another cup of flax seeds in here. However, you could just dehydrate these as is and they would turn into some little yummy onion crisps. that were delicious. But I'm gonna add in some more flax seeds to this little yummy. Okay. Let's see. This is indeed a cup of flax seeds. Okay, so this is 2.5 cups of flax seeds, right? In that bundle. I'll mix all that in there, coat it all, and that will be that. And then we will put it on the dehydrator sheets and dehydrate it overnight until they become crispy at about 115 degrees. Okay, that's going to be delicious. You can also dehydrate this a little bit less and kind of pack it a little bit more firmly together and turn it into some homemade tortillas, wraps, where you can wrap up a little sandwich, salad, make some yummy salad wraps. Now I always use these Flax when I'm just starting. It's just kind of like a peel off reusable sheet that goes right over these dehydrator sheets. So I always use one of those because otherwise, if you could see these little crevices in the dehydrator, these little holes in the dehydrator sheet, everything kind of gets stuck in there, and it's like makes it super hard to clean and it gets stuck. So Flax is the way to go. And then we're just gonna kind of spread it out a little bit, grab a little bit, spread it out. You can try to do whatever kind of form or design you would like to, even like super thin crisps, super thin, long crisps, or you could pat them into little tostadas. They are, you know, good kind of any way you shape them. They're pretty delicious. Kind of what that looks like. Pretty thin on there. So that's that. That made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That made 6 dehydrator sheets full. And when I do the dehydrate, I like to save on electricity. So I am going to go ahead and fill the rest up with these super yummy little seaweed snacks, these seaweed crisps that I make. They're delicious. So since I filled up only 6 trays in the dehydrator with those onion crisps, I am going to take some of the rest of this cheese that I made and make some delicious, these are just organic nori sheets. I am gonna make some little seaweed chips, some seaweed crisps. So I'm just gonna take this seaweed and cut it. You can leave it whole if you want. You can turn it into whatever size or shape that you want. This is just kind of easy and bite size. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take, this is just a plastic Ziploc bag. I'm gonna put it into a positive state. Life is good. Into a mug. Fold the tip over so it doesn't get gooey. And I'm gonna pour in a little bit of this cheese that's gonna be inside those seaweeds. Okay, so we did that. Now I'm going to set this out. I like to do full dehydrators of this as well because it is so delicious. You can see there's like a shiny side and then there's like a rough side. I like to put the shiny side out just because I think it's a little prettier. Okay, then I take this little bag of cashew cheese, just roll up the top. I'm just gonna cut a little corner off. And then, easy enough, this just gets, I'm gonna put these down because it's drizzled on. And then these crisp up in the dehydrator and they get so delicious. You can sit at the couch watching a movie and snack on these all night. No guilt. These are actually one of those treats that I made when I was pregnant because the cashews have iron and the seaweed has all those minerals. See? And then you just put a lid on it. And tap it down. Okay, there we go. That's what they look like before they're dehydrated. Seaweed crisps. And the dehydrator is full. I'm not wasting any electricity, so that is great. And I'll show you tomorrow morning how everything looks. Pretty easy, not too hard, super healthy, amazing, and delicious. Good morning, it is the next day and we're about to take all the little onion crisps and seaweed snacks out of the dehydrator. You guys ready to taste them?
Yeah, I want a seaweed snack. Seaweed snack.
These yummy things. Alright, here's our little seaweed snacks. And here's our little onion crisps.
I want seaweed.
Like the seaweed snacks. That's what the little seaweed snack looks like. It's pretty funny. Can you hear how crispy it is? So yummy. Yes.
Hey Mom, I mean Chris kind of looks like lightning, see? Or four lightning.
Or a bunny rabbit.
Four lightning or bunny rabbit. Well, I made a four or lightning seed. Can I put one right here?
Sure.
The dogs and cats like them. Ooh, give me.
Hold on, we're gonna do this first.
Oh.
These are those yummy seaweed snacks.
Can I have a whole bowl of
Yummy
those?
crisp. They're so good.
She loves them.
Mm. Came out really good. The recipes don't have to be the same every time, and they still will come out good.
They look like a heart now. Heart. That kind of looks like a bench or a dog.
Mm-hmm. So crispy and crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
Healthy chips. Mm.
Seaweed's healthy.
Seaweed's healthy.
Yep. And there's more seaweed.
Mm.
You know where they call it seaweed?
No, whole basketball.
Weeds from the bottom of the sea.
That's right, seaweed.
That's why they call it sea.
Seaweed. Weeds from the sea.
They're weeds? Ew! Yeah, but they're healthy. And fish